first ruin. Peace pipe. Steve, you want to make peace? Crenshaw, I got you tagged on here. I know stuff. Because Benny Keys called me a snake, right? But Benny Keys doesn't know how powerful snakes are. Because as much as I'm scared of snakes, I understand snakes, right? When the boys went missing, I tried to tell you, Steve. I've been watching for 5 years. And then I went and I got computers so I could not just ride around in the car with you, Steve. I could talk to you. And then when I started talking to you guys, AB in Canada put the tag of a Unabomber on me, right? So second row. It's my ego again, where you guys bullied me on the internet at the time of the Broken Arrow in Canada, when we were finding graves, mass graves of Aboriginal children, all different sizes, all from communities where churches took their kids, right? And a lot of those girls that I played girls hockey with were mothers of the girls I played hockey with. So you people think I don't know shit. I don't feel things. I was a goalie in the Esposito Hockey School at 14. That's why men don't like me. Because I did things that no man. And I've met people that no man, every man wished they could meet. And I haven't looked at this ruin, but what is it? Oh, it's the sun again. Everybody will see the light once they start listening to what I said. Right? The sun will come up. People will see the light. And on the other side, again, is the drum, the heartbeat of the lodge that I will build. And I will have clean and sober men build my lodge. Because remember, like I said, a female cannot build a lodge, but I can tell them how to make it. So I need clean and sober men to come and build my lodge when the snow goes. Because I will build a lodge. And I will watch Benny Keys go to jail. Because Benny Keys is manipulating people online. Benny Keys wanted to use his own sister's death for clicks and likes and all this stuff. As I close the bag and put the ruins back. Every time I use the ruins, right, people? We got Griff home. Money is starting to flow in their pockets because those are honest people. Griff saved a dog while Benny Keys murdered a dog. Right, people? And if I don't get thumbs up for saying that, Benny Keys killed a dog. For every person who doesn't like the videos and watch them, every person who watches a video and doesn't put a like or a dislike, you're part of Benny Keys' pack, right? You don't want me in the algorithm. Right, Beth McGee? Because you're the one who keeps telling me how to do my stream, just like Chasing Truth. And all your subs are going to go and look what I posted and how long. Right? Right, White Rabbit? You finally liked something that I said. Yeah, everybody's running scared. What does Kimmy know? Who's Kimmy Craig? Because Benny Keys keeps going up to all these creators and asking, do you know Kimmy Craig? Do you know Kimmy Craig? Not everybody knows Kimmy Craig, Benny Keys. But those you attach yourself to, yeah, Duty Rod, yeah, I know why you're not answering my emails. Because I said about the female cop in New York that took down all the dirty cops, right? And started solving all the prostitute murder cases. Because all you men, again, think you know everything. If you only start listening to females. Because females, we are the ones who birth the children. I'm a person that I can't go out of my house. And if I go somewhere and somebody died there, I see and feel the whole murder scene. So at the start when the boys went missing, like I told you before, I know what's going on. But I was told on a phone call by somebody, call me back in 2.5 hours. So 16 months after I told that person that on the phone what was going on. And he told me, call me back in 2.5 hours. And it's right on his page where I said, you told me how long to call you back. And then you didn't answer my phone call. So that's when I stopped supporting Steve, AV Watchman. Until the day I got through to him and his auntie was dying and I said, tell Sandra, come to my star, right? Right, Steve? That was the last time you picked up a phone call. Come to my star, Steve. Tell Sandra dance with me. Because I'll say again, my family loved me enough to name a star after me before I died. Benny Keys didn't love any of his family members because he's the devil just dropping his seed. Because Benny Keys is a gay man. Just like his sister Lacey was lesbian. I woke up this morning with no more nightmares from Lacey because Lacey told me everything. I pointed out her mother sitting beside her brother, petting him as they were laughing, doing all these lives after this young lady took her scales. I have one person listening, but at least you're listening. Benny Keys put a candle in a beautiful scale from India. And everything that man tarnishes, he tells me to educate myself. I get told by other creators, make my lives better. But this is me. Right? This is me. And within the time that everybody made me invisible on the internet, all of a sudden, Everybody's starting to heart and like what I say. So everybody's running fucking scared. Because a lot of people had death around them. A lot of people lost sons, brothers, mothers, fathers, aunties. So I'm not losing any more weight for anybody. I will, if I throw up, that's a death. I know that now. Because I've been throwing up since the boys went missing. I've been throwing up since Benny Keys put a murder on Darian Brown. Benny Keys put a murder on Darian Brown. And I'll say again. You guys set up Don to go out and bring a bottle of alcohol with him because he didn't want Candace to drink. And just so happened to be a cop there, catch him with a DUI, and you put him in a cage. Just like that chick put War Machine in a cage. I'm going to get a petition going to get War Machine out of jail for mental distress of what that bitch did to him. Right? Because War Machine knew where to put his rage in a cage. And then he flew home to see his lady in bed with another man. And the dogs never attacked War Machine because the dogs knew who the real bitch in that place was. Fuck. She broke his heart and put him in a cage. And she's walking around all tattooed up on his thing. Because he thought he had a porn star, a jewel and everything. But War Machine didn't have a jewel. He had a fucking, well, you know. I have one person in here just listening. Maybe it's AV. If you're out there, Steve. I believed in you. I rode in the vehicle with you. But if I paid you, would you pick up my phone call, Steve? If I had money to donate, Steve. That's why nobody liked me from the start. I told you. I have an ism that I'm not allowed to have a credit card. Well, I got a like. I have an ism where I know my isms. And I will tell you again, Benny Keys has nowhere close to a first step. Hi, Carrie G. I remember you. Oh, I'm just saying that I knew right from the start that the boys were murdered. How are you? Wow, hi, Joyce Johns. I've never seen you before. Yeah, you're here too, aren't you? Anybody know Crenshaw Incorporated to say, I tried to tell you guys where the boys were, that it was a cover-up. The MIT was part of a conspiracy to say child trafficking. What's up with you? Yeah, it is sad about the boys, but you know what, Carrie? How many other kids did that family have, right? The whole family were kind of child traffickers around a whole bunch of pedophiles, right? Why you think Benny Keys keeps talking about sodomite? Because Benny Keys has lots of fucking unopened boxes that I'm gonna find out, right? That's why everybody's scared of me. I see things. Yeah. There's Carrie. Think about it, okay? Think, okay? You have fathers in jail for smoking a joint, okay? Everything that Benny Keys does, okay? So they get locked up. They don't get to have a lawyer. Yeah, I just watch him to get, because I know I'm in his head, because he drinks the same pop I do. His sister was so much like me, it's fucking scary. I had to throw out my patchouli oil, but every time I mention Lacey, patchouli oil pops around my house again. So Lacey and I are connected because Lacey was lesbian, and I knew a lot of lesbian girlfriends that took their life because their families slapped them. I think Lacey was punished with her hands a lot. Something they did to her with her hands, because the whole time I talked about Lacey and I stopped throwing up, somebody was burning her hands, or I was feeling Kiki Camarina's torture. Because I feel those things, That's why I'm doing all this for Kiki Camarina. Do you know anything about Kiki Camarina? The man that's hashtagged in every video. Every video. Everybody, go watch The Last Narc. Because I would wish Steve A.V. Watchman would watch this man. Because Steve is like this man if he would only listen to me, He's a tracker. He tracks death. Steve cut himself away from Benny Keys, and I'm no thanks because they took his son away. And I said again, for every second that A.V. has lost with his son, every second is a day off the life of Benny Keys and Doug, no thanks. And the life of Emma, crime scenes obsessed, because she was in an email with me wanting to know what I kind of thought about Benny Keys. But in the times of email, she couldn't get back to me because she was getting a facial done, telling me in an email, oh, I watched your lives, Kimmy. But Emma couldn't say or put her name underneath and say, yeah, I agree with you, Kimmy. So Emma, you better get these two guys to get Steve to see his kids or his son, because you now have a day off your life cord for every second that Steve A.V. Watchman doesn't get to have his son ride around in the car in his vehicle, teaching his young man what it's like, training his young wolf. I want to see Steve with his son, with Shadow in the vehicle soon, because you three creators that I named will have a day off your life cord until Steve is reunited with his son. And I get a phone call, from Steve saying, thank you, Kimmy Monster in Canada, for reuniting me with my 12-year-old son. That Benny Keys and no thanks caused me to lose time with him. And this is what I do, right, Carrie? I talk. I don't have a channel. This is me. I feel things. I see things. And Crenshaw Incorporated. You guys all have thousands and thousands of followers. I have 93. Because truth seekers are never put in the algorithm right. We're the ones at the end to say, like I said before, the news clip about the boys, that they were caught and they were being charged. Right after that, Benny Keys went online saying everything that went on. So I'll say again, people that think I don't know and I don't see and I don't feel things. I know why Lacey just said, fuck it, I'll just go to sleep. But I'll go to Kimmy, who's a truth seeker, and allows people to pop into her body and tell the truth. Because empaths like me, even the government believe, you know. Why do you think in mountains where government people were saying, like in the facts of the Howl Hunt, I was stationed in this base where nobody knows about. But thank God I didn't shoot whatever saw me, because my inner self, as being a great big fucking army guy, I was fucking scared. So you guys think I'm a fool? Go watch this guy. Facts by the Howl Hunt. These are Army engineers. These are people who worked on shit. These are people writing in their emails that he reads about their own personal connection with whatever it was out in that mountain on that base. So I'll tell you guys again, I've been in a sweat lodge. I've seen things. And you guys, hi Sammy, you guys can tell me I didn't see things, but you know what? Yeah, I did. Until you have bats sitting on your fingers, wrapping their little wings around my fingers like holding on tight. And when I get to do a bonfire the first time and my little bats come back and everybody makes fun of me in all the YouTube channels showing bats and bats. But you know what, people? When you do stuff to make fun of me, it only shows who you are and your karma. Because showing a bat will only bring karma to you. Because Benny's sister went to sleep because she had a mental illness and just said, fuck it. You know, just fuck it. My mother and sister and my brother and all these people make fun of me. And Benny Keys, they all sold their stuff. And Mama and Benny Keys profited off of her death. Right, people? Look at my new scale that my sister had. As I cry from Canada, saying that scale means more to me than him. Goodbye from Canada, where I see it. I knew where those little boys went long ago, but nobody would. Once I recalled you guys, I wasn't important to pick up my phone call, right? When I told you those little boys were dead long ago. Bye.